So we got into some interesting things today. We talked a little bit about Valentine's Day. It seems like everybody's Valentine's Day was good, except for one guy who had an interesting Valentine's Day where he went out with a friend of his who was single. And apparently they ended up going and having a great time and got back home, went back to her place, and he feels like he got ghosted. We'll talk about that. And about your spouse asking permission for something, right? An adult does not have to ask another adult for permission. Well, we'll find out. So yesterday, my mom sent me a photo. I guess she was cleaning out her shed and her garage. She was cleaning some stuff out, getting rid of stuff. So she sent me a photo of some lawn darts, old school lawn darts. You guys probably don't remember. I don't even know if they still sell them anymore. But lawn darts used to be an actual dart with a steel metal tip, okay? It was an actual metal dart. And you would throw them and try to throw them into the circle. Now they make them with now they make lawn darts weighted. It's like a rounded weight on it. So it doesn't stick into the ground. It just, I hope I described it properly so you guys understand what I'm talking about. But she was asking me if I want them. And of course I want lawn darts. They stopped making them because people were getting stuck with them. They made them safer now. And it got me to thinking about all of the dangerous toys we had as kids. I grew up on an Indian reservation. Now, we grew up shooting guns. Now, we were taught gun safety I think I got my first gun at 7. I think 7 or 8, I got my first gun. It was a .22 rifle. But we were taught on the reservation how to hunt, how to fish, how to use how to safely use weapons when we were younger because we had to hunt for food. But we were still dumbass kids, and we would roll out with BB guns and wrist rockets and the biggest coats and eye goggles we had to, go shoot each other. I mean, we were still stupid kids, but toys were dangerous back in the day. Do you remember? What kind of toys were you playing with when it was dangerous? Lawn darts, we would throw the lawn darts to try to hit each other, see how close you can get to their feet. That's how stupid we were. But toys were a lot more dangerous back in the day. So I was telling you guys, my mom had some old school lawn darts, the ones that were actual darts with metal tips. And they're dangerous. A lot of people were getting hurt with them back in the day. So they made them safer now. Lawn darts come with these rounded, weighted tips now, so you don't have to worry about anybody getting hurt with them. But back in the day, man, toys were dangerous. A lot of us played with some stuff that we had no business playing with, man. We're lucky to be alive, right? RD4254777. Yo, Rome. I don't know if you're old enough to know this, but do you remember when you could go buy Ninja Stars? Me and my cousins used to run around with Ninja Stars throwing them at each other. What? I do remember that. You can go buy nunchucks and Ninja Stars. In fact, when my mom took me and a friend of mine to Canada one year for the World's Fair, and we bought swords. Real swords, and I still have it, but real swords they sold us. We were just kids. And they sold us real swords. Just like you could walk in with I don't think you had to be over 18 to buy Ninja Stars when those were popular. So yeah, I remember that. I had some Ninja Stars. All right, 842-547-7. Our parents let us do some idiotic things when we were kids, man. Just thinking about all the stupid things we did as kids, how dangerous life was growing up. The toys were dangerous. The things we did were stupid and dangerous. It's incredible that we made it through it. RD42547-7. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
Bro, what's up, man?
What up, brother? What's going on?
Hey, man. When we were kids, we used to build ramps out of like the flimsiest, most jacked up wood and jump our bikes. You ever do that?
Yeah.
We grew up next to like an orchard, right? With canal, and we would go get like all the farm stuff and seriously just like stack up bricks and rocks on like some flimsy wood.
Yeah.
Try to like scrounge up some nails or something from somebody's garage. Yeah. And if we couldn't find a hammer, we'd be like hammering it up with a rock or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny how creative kids are.
Oh, and then we're driving like we're riding our big brother's like old bike that's like way too big for us, huge ass handlebars, and we're just going for it, man, just jumping that freaking thing.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
used
I'm sure
to.
we only got like 6 inches off the ground, but it felt like 10 feet.
Yeah, I remember that. We used to put bricks in the middle of it so the board wouldn't flex, wouldn't bend. It would just hit the.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
And then I have no idea where our parents were at. Nobody stopped us. Nobody came out and said, "What are you doing?"
No.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, Rome. Stay safe.
I mean, if you grew up as a kid in the 80s or 90s, do you know where your parents were? You remember that old thing? You guys probably don't remember on TV. They say, it's 10 o'clock at night. Do you know where your kids are? Well, hell, when you were a kid in the 80s and 90s, man, did you know where your parents were? Stop. All right, 842-547-7. I'll tell you something we used to do. You guys remember Hot Wheels and Green Machines? We used to come down a hill. Let me see if I can describe the hill to you. When I lived on the reservation, I lived at the bottom of a hill. And at the bottom of the hill, you come down the hill and you make a 180 turn and go away from my house. My house was on the corner. So we would get on the top of that hill trying to figure out what the best way to describe. I don't know what hill in Bakersfield would be the best example, but it was a high hill. And we would come down that hill on our Green Machines or our Hot Wheels and slide that 180 corner. Well, the stupidity about it was twofold. One, there could be a car coming up the hill and us not see it and get taken out. Two, if you didn't make the turn, you would fly off a 6-foot hill. Because we had a 6-foot drop off after you came by my house, and that started straightening out. It was a drop off, and we never got hit by a car. That was the one thing we were lucky. But we did fall off. We did, not make the turn and go flying off that drop off. Luckily, it was all dirt. But yeah, kids are stupid. I don't know. Yeah, we did dumb things. We were drifting before it was cool. All right, man, it was dangerous when we were kids, right? The toys we played with, the things we did. Good morning, Hot. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
What up, brother?
I remember as a kid, we used to play football in the middle of the street. We called it sideline bad.
Yeah.
As long as you stayed in the middle of the street, it was 2-hand touch. But if you got hit along the sidewalk, it was on. You got hit in trash cans, over fences. But guess what? Nobody never broke anything.
You know, it's funny that you say that because we used to play football at my elementary school. We used to play football on a blacktop. And I have no idea why we never went to the baseball field right next to it. We played right on the blacktop because it was the only rectangle thing we had at our school. We were so I think we actually played tackle, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's the same thing we did. Guess what? Nobody wasn't no broken arms, no broken legs, nothing.
But I do remember playing football in the street and somebody hitting a car. Not paying attention and trying to catch a football hitting a car.
Yep. It was fun times, though, when kids really had an imagination.
Yeah, we were so stupid. We were so dumb. Jesus. All right, man, thanks for calling.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we were so stupid as kids. My God, the dangerous situations we put ourselves in for no reason. And we did it. Yeah, we used to play football on the blacktop at recess. Incredible. RD42547-7. So there you go, man. Remember the toys were dangerous. The things we did were dangerous as playing as kids. I'm trying to think of some of the other stupid things we did. I don't remember. But man, being a kid was rough back in the day. It was. You kids today think it's dangerous walking outside because someone might kidnap you, man. We walked outside. We didn't know if we were coming back with a broken arm, broken leg.
concussion. We didn't know what we were coming back with. Right, back in the day, we were talking about growing up as a kid, man, some of the dangerous toys, some of the dangerous things we did because, well, our parents apparently weren't watching us. Good morning, Dot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo, how's it going? Good morning.
Going great. What's up?
Just calling you about that whole childhood thing we used to do.
Yeah, what up?
With 4th of July around the corner, I remember, man, we're probably the cause why they stopped putting the fireworks down so damn early. Catching houses on fire and whatnot. Lighting the Pico Peaks, making bottle bombs, you know.
Oh, my God.
You already see them now. They're supposed to like 3 days before 4th of July now.
I know. It did seem like we had fireworks for a whole month of June.
Man, it was, remembering as a kid, man, it felt like it was 4th of July for like a whole month and a half.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
good old times, the good old times.
The
bro.
good old days. All right, brother, thanks for calling. And on the reservation, we had all kinds of fireworks. We had all kinds of illegal fireworks on the reservation. In fact, I remember they used to even pop off sticks of dynamite on 4th of July on the res. It was crazy. Hey, Rome, this is Theoc Lou. I think one of the most dangerous games I played was getting together with the kids at the apartment we lived in. And we lived next to the Wasco train station. And we would go play hide and seek on the trains that were parked at the station. It was fun. Oh, my God. Man, I got to tell you, my buddy, a friend of mine, when he was little, I guess there was a train that would drive by their school. He lived in Alabama. I think it was Alabama he grew up in. One of his friends got run over by a train. They were just kids playing on a train, playing at the train tracks during school, cutting school. And apparently one of the kids got run over and they saw it. They had to run back to school. It was, wow, it was dangerous, man. We did dangerous, stupid things when we were kids. I would have never played on a train track, but, you know. All right, so Monday, you guys all had Monday off. Well, a lot of people had Monday off. I took Monday off. I don't know why, because they give it to me off. I take the days off that the company gives me. They give me the day off, I take it off. Already 42547-7. So, Valentine's Day, how was it? Did you guys have a good Valentine? I know it's been a couple of days. Did you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys went out to the show last night or on Sunday night to Little Rob and MC Magic. That was your Valentine's Day. You guys probably went out on Saturday to see, what's his name? Ali Sadiq, whatever his name is. You guys know who I'm talking about. Maybe that was your Valentine's Day outing. What else was going on Valentine's Day? Oh, I'm trying to think. Saturday night had a lot going on. I mean, some of you probably went out Friday night. Some of you probably went out Friday night for Valentine's Day. So a lot of different times, a lot of different, you guys probably all did a lot of different things. I did see, I was actually out Saturday night for Valentine's Day. And I saw a lot of people out hanging out, looking like they were enjoying themselves, having a good time. Very casual, which is what I like. Very casual Valentine's Day. Nobody was really had to get all dressed up and, a suit and tie. But everybody looked like they were out having a great time for Valentine's Day. A lot of red, a lot of hearts. It was cool. What'd you guys do? And I'm going to tell you right now, I was out on Valentine's Day having dinner, no crowds, wasn't overcharged, didn't have to wait for a table, didn't have to, it was great. Food was amazing, drinks were amazing, and none of the things that all of you guys say, well, we're not going out. It costs too much. We're not going out. They overcharge you. We're not going out because it's too many people. We're not. Yeah, I didn't see any of that. Any of it. Already 42547-7. How was your Valentine's Day? What happened? That was crazy. I didn't even realize. I didn't even hear the song playing while I was talking. That's nuts. All right, so let me tell you what happened. Okay, this text message I got from this guy. Hey, Ron, let me tell you what happened on my Valentine's Day. So me and a single friend, we decided to go out together. She didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody. But we were kind of into each other. At least that's what I thought. We went out Saturday night. We had dinner. We had drinks. We had a great time. At least I did. We ended up going back to her place and doing Valentine's Day things. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I think we all know what you're talking about. Well, when I called her the next day After I left, oh, you must have left Friday. You left. You didn't stay the night. You left. Okay. After I called her the next day and she kind of downplayed everything. I talked to her on Monday at work and she acted like nothing happened. I think she just used me because she didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. What do you think, Rome? I actually thought maybe there was something going on there. I think that's possible. And okay, I mean, I don't. But here's my question before I say anything. I'm going to tell you without knowing anything. Maybe you have feelings, and maybe you thought you wanted to have a relationship with her. So I don't want to discount your feelings. But based on everything that happens, sounds like you had a great night. Okay? Food, drink, Valentine's Day activity. Sounds like things were great. So, to say that you were used, does that make you feel bad? And or how much do you really care? Right? Maybe you thought something was going to happen and maybe you thought it could go further, but if it didn't, then it didn't, right? So she had one idea, you had another, and it is what it is. So to be fair, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Here's the thing. Sometimes single people get lonely and they just need something for the night, okay? And I don't believe there's anything wrong with that, okay? And it is what it is, and you move on. And it's usually the best time of your life, and most of the time the guys fall in love because they think they found the greatest woman ever when all she wanted was one night of just great whatever it is, okay? So yeah. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think you need to just understand and move on. I mean, find somebody else, if that's what you're looking for. Already 4254777. But did she ghost you? Does she not? Is she just acting like nothing? Is she just acting like everything is that it didn't happen and everything? I mean, what is she? It depends on, I guess, how she's treating you, I guess I should really say. But I don't know. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes single people just want a crazy night. So this guy said he got a hookup for Valentine's Day and now she ghosted him, kind of. I don't know what to think about it. He doesn't know what to think about it. I do. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Yo, Rome, Raider Joe.
What up, Joe?
Hey, man, the guy got an in-the-park home run.
Well, I mean,
most guys don't even get to first, second, or third base. You
Yeah.
know, it's a win-win. I mean, sometimes you don't hit it out of the park, and, you get to date her. But sometimes you got to take the, in the park home run.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think, but maybe he liked her. Maybe you never know. These,
Oh, yeah. You know what, too? A lot of times it's I remember being younger. I was a bouncer, and a lot of these older women like that.
Huh? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
They
Absolutely.
just want you for the night. That's it. They won't ever even call you or see you again.
Absolutely, I agree.
I've had it happen a lot of times. I was playing ball and I was young, and I was thinking, ooh, this is the one, man. She worked for an attorney. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
A stewardess before, and I just thought, man, the next day I thought I hit it out of the ballpark. Ghost.
Yep.
Never seen him again. So, I mean, he hit a home run. I would take it as a win.
He should just take it as a win and get out of his feelings. I don't even know if he's in his feelings. He might just be asking me about it. I don't know. So.
Yeah. It sounds though like he might have. It sounds like they worked together and he'd been looking at her for a while.
As you know, Joe, when the woman like that, like you're talking about, like we're talking about, like he had, and you. They are the ones that look like, oh my God, they are freaking amazing. I could have this every day, when the reality is, nope, it's just a once in a lifetime thing, and you got to move on to the next.
Yeah, they're independent.
Yeah.
They've been independent for a while. They don't want a man.
Yeah.
They'll do like us.
All right, Joe, get out of here.
All right, bro.
Later, man. I mean, unfortunately, they're like a whirlwind. They come in for the night, rock your world, and then, you'll never see him again. This poor guy. I mean, I don't know if it's a poor guy. He was just telling me what happened on Valentine's Day, that him and a friend of his, I guess she's single, he's single, so they went out for Valentine's Day. Said they had a great time, dinner, drinks, went back to her place, had some Valentine's Day activities, and I guess he expected more when he talked to her on Sunday or Monday. And I guess she wasn't really, what it sounded like for her, it was just a one-night thing. She just wanted, didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. And he was the lucky guy that got to be with her, right? That's really what it sounded like. And for those of you that don't understand that, there are women out there, just like Raider Joe just called and said, this, a lot of them are older. Well, not a lot of them, but some of them are older and they have their own thing going on. They don't need a man, but they do want one crazy night of whatever. And guys fall in love that night because they think, oh my God, this was amazing. I could have this every night. No, you could have it that night and then it's over with. Yo, Rome, maybe he didn't give it to her good. That's why she don't want him. No, that's not. I don't believe that. I think she didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. And she chose him and, it is what it is. Hey, Rome, hey, if you got some, I don't see why he's complaining. A lot of people were completely alone that day. I agree with you. Yeah, maybe that wasn't his ultimate goal with her, to just have sex with her, okay? Maybe he did want a relationship. I don't know. He's just asking me about it. But either way, it sounds to me like she was just out for one night to have a great time, so she wasn't alone, and he got chosen. So this guy texted me, and I guess a friend of his, he said it was a friend of his. They were both single, so they went out on Valentine's Day, apparently had a great night, ended up at her place, and after, the next couple of days after, he said she didn't ghost him, I guess. She just, she just didn't want any more than that night. And he doesn't know what to think about it. Well, nothing to think about. Alrighty, 42547-7. Sometimes things are just for the moment and you can't recreate them again. And you guys get up in your feelings and don't understand that. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo? Raider Rob here.
Hey, Rob, what's going on?
What's going on? Hey, sounds like it's a win-win for him. You know what I mean? No headache after that or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I understand what he's thinking. So, okay.
Yeah, he can't catch feelings like that. You know what I mean? So my thing is, mine was perfect. Started off Good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And after all that, we went and did our thing, and then she ghosted me. She went in one room, and I went in the other room. You know what I mean?
That's funny. That's funny. All right, Rob, thanks for calling.
Later, bro.
RD42547-7. The problem is, though, this guy who texted me this, sent me this about Valentine's, has never met a woman who's not looking for a guy. I mean, there are a lot of women out there that they don't want a guy. They're fine. They're fine in their lives, okay? They're out, they're probably, whatever it is they're doing, whether it be job, whether it be their lifestyle, whatever it is, they like being who they are, and they like doing what they do. They don't want a guy. They don't want to settle down. They just want to go out and have a good time and live their lives carefree, Because as much as, like Raider Rob just said, well, he don't have to deal with the headache. I know you guys think that everybody says that, well, he got sex and then he didn't have to deal with her later on. No nagging. But most of you guys think you're some gem to deal with? You think there's women like dealing with your nonsense? I mean, it works both ways. All right? So there are a lot of women out there that don't want to deal with the headaches of a man. But when they go out, or they might want to date for a couple of months, and then when the headaches start to, when they start to have to deal with your headaches, they get out, and they don't have a problem with it. I mean, every man's dream is to go out and, go out with a girl, meet her, go out on a first date, have a great time, get busy in the bedroom, and then move on. And you think you've won. And then the problem is you think that you're the catch. You're not. I have to tell you guys this, you're not the catch. And she knows that, or she doesn't want to catch, so she just moves on. And then you're sitting there in your feelings the next day going, well, wow, that sucked. Why can't I have that again tonight? Well, because, bro, she don't want to deal with you. You guys are so dumb sometimes. So this guy texted, and I guess he was talking about him and a friend of his. They were both single. So they went out on Valentine's Day. He said they had a great night, dinner, drinks. Ended up back at her place. Things went great. And I guess he was expecting something different the next day, and he didn't get it. For her, it was just a one-night thing. I guess for him, I don't know if he wanted more or not. He didn't necessarily say in the text message, but I guess he thought it was weird. Maybe that because she didn't want more. Maybe she thought, but what a lot of you guys don't understand is there are women out there who don't want to deal with the BS of a man, and they enjoy their lives the way they are. And you guys, unfortunately, most guys who find that girl or end up with that girl for a night or a couple of weeks or a month or whatever they want, guys end up falling in love. But I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened to him. I don't know. Rome, the goal is to catch them all, not keep them all. I always love it when you guys talk like that, you know, like you guys are so great. You know, all these women are just waiting for you to come along and that they're the problem. And let's be honest, they are. I mean, some women are the problem, but also you guys are the problem as well. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, this guy already got his answer. All she wanted, if she wanted more, she would be very available. But now this guy's acting clingy. She's going to ghost him. I don't know if he's acting clingy. He was just asking me what was going on. It didn't sound like it, but maybe you're right. But for the most part, that's what happens when you guys meet somebody that's, you know, you guys have never, the problem is most of you guys have never seen it before. Most of you guys are, you know, your goal is to fall in love. Your goal is to, you never find, how can I put this? Most of you guys hook up with girls that you know are easy, okay? Most of you guys don't hook up with women who have their own thing going on, and the only reason they're hooking up with you is because they want to. They don't want you. They don't want to deal with your BS and nonsense, and you're not the guy they want, if they even want a guy. They just want a wild night, and you can provide that. Okay, most of you guys don't understand that. You think you're the one. You think you're the one that did it all. You're the pimp of the year. You're the, you know, stud of the year. Every woman wants you. So that's why it never occurs to you that you could be the one. For lack of a better term, you being used. Okay? I mean, I remember when I was in college, a buddy of mine owned a college bar, and it was the hottest place. My buddy owned it, my other buddy managed it. And when the biggest night of the year to get any out from that college bar was graduation. All these women were out. They were leaving college. They just graduated, and they would hook up with the guys that, for whatever reason, because they were never going to see them again, they were out. You know, I have so many friends that didn't go to college. They just went and hung out at that bar because they knew on that night, college graduation night, whatever night it was, the weekend or whatever it was, they knew that it was the easiest pickings. And it wasn't the easiest pickings for them. The girls were the ones that decided, hey, we're going to go out, we're going to party, we're going to get some, and we're going to leave this town, is what they did. And for me, everybody's winning. At least in my perspective, everybody's winning. But all these guys thought they were huge players when they didn't realize they were the ones being used. So Valentine's Day, a guy had texted me and said that on Valentine's Day, I guess some friend of his, they were both single, so they went out, right? Had dinner, had drinks, and apparently ended up doing some going back to her place, right? So now she's acting like nothing happened, apparently, and he doesn't know what to think about it. Well, I mean, there's nothing to think about. I know a lot of you guys out there think you're the man because some girl wants to hook up with you for one night or for a week or whatever the case may be, but it's not always the case. In fact, most of the time it's not your decision. Okay. Most women who give you one great night have decided they're going to do it. And you were the lucky choice, or for some reason you were the one. And a lot of you guys don't understand that. And then you get caught up in your feelings. You can think, oh my God, greatest night of my life, right? I need to stay with this woman. No, because she don't want you. She don't want to deal with you. It was one night and that was it. Or sometimes it's a month. Sometimes you date for a little bit. Just depends. RD4254-7 Hey, Rome. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was working one time, and one of the girls at the office went to high school with my girlfriend, and she didn't like her in high school. They didn't get along. So when she found out I was dating this girl, she did everything she could to jump into bed with me to get even with the girl. She even told me that's why she wanted to sleep with me. Well, I noticed you didn't say if you did it or not. Did you? I mean, I don't know. But it happens all the time. And you guys will walk around with your chest puffed out thinking you're the man. And then you don't realize that you just got played. But hey, you got to have fun for a little while. Who cares? Get over it. I remember one time I had a big group of friends growing up in college. About 3 of us went to college. The other 15 were just a bunch of knuckleheads running the streets, right? But they were all our buddies. And the one of our friend we had, some hot girl wanted to get with him. Last night in town, she just graduated college. We were all at the club, at the college club bar. She wanted to hook up with him. He didn't understand why. This is how nerdy this kid was. He couldn't understand why. Finally, she just told him. She said, look, I'm in town. I've seen you around the clubs for the last few years since I've been going to college here. I thought, you know what, I'm gone. And let's hook up. And he was scared, but he did it. But I mean, it happens. It just happens. So a guy just texted me earlier, and he was talking about Valentine's Day, and he was just pointing out the fact that I guess him and his single friend, they went out together. They ended up having a great time, according to him, and then they ended up, going back to her place. And so he was just questioning why after, I guess he was trying to hook up again or hang out again. She wasn't really into it. It's kind of a one-night thing, right? Now, I don't know if he caught feelings or I don't know if he thought there was something going, but sometimes, a lot of times, for whatever reason, she probably just didn't want to be alone that night. Here's what probably happened. She didn't want to be alone, so she went out with you. She probably ended up having a great time with you, and then you ended up at her place. But that's all she wanted. But she knew that going into it. Okay? If she had a horrible time, you probably wouldn't ended up at her place, but she didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of women out there who don't want to deal with the headaches of a man. But they pick and choose when they have a good time. I used to hang out, I used to have, there was these 3 girls that hung out with us, our group of friends. And we were all friends. Nobody had any intentions of anything. I don't even think they liked us, right? But in that way, one night, one of the girls goes out with one of the guys just by themselves, right? One of her friends got jealous and ended up sleeping with my buddy because she was jealous that her friend went out with him alone. And they weren't going out on a date. They just went out because we'd all been friends. So women will pick and choose why they do certain things. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Yo, Rome.
What up, man?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Women have the power to choose or to give it to us. You know what I mean? Like, if they want it, they're going to give it to us.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
99% of the time, I agree that statement's true. But that 1% where you decline it and you mentally are like, you know what, I'm not going to give it to her. Man, you hold that power, my friend.
Okay.
You hold that power, my friend. Let me just tell you.
Okay, get out of here. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. All I'm saying is, sometimes, a lot of times, women have an agenda, okay, on what they want to accomplish. And there's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of you guys don't understand it, so you think, oh my gosh, I found the unicorn out of the bunch. When the reality was, no, you didn't. You found a woman that has an agenda. You're the lucky guy that gets to, fulfill whatever that agenda is, and she's on to the next, whatever that may be. And the next might not even be the next guy. The next might be work till the next day. That's what I'm saying. You guys just don't understand that. So, RD42547. Hey, Rome, let me tell you what happened to me. I was working for this oil company, and one of the ladies that worked in the office, we always kind of flirted together whenever I'd have to go in there, but nothing could ever happen because she had a boyfriend. Well, when I got transferred to Texas, I told her about it, and she was ready to hook up with me behind her boyfriend's back because she knew I was leaving. She even told me that's the case. I mean, there you go. She had an agenda. But I mean, a lot of women do, especially when you're leaving. A lot of women will sleep with you if they think they're never going to see you again. So a guy texted me and said him and his single friend, they went out. I guess she was single, he was single. They went out for Valentine's Day, going to dinner, having a good time. He said they ended up back at her place, and now, she's not really acting like I guess she's supposed to act after that. She doesn't want to, date him or whatever the case may be. Well, that wasn't her intention. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, brother. How you doing today?
Doing great, man. What's up?
So, two things. The first one, he probably didn't do the job right, and that's why she don't want to talk to him no more. And two, the movie Good Luck Chuck.
I never seen that movie. What was that about?
So pretty much some girl curses him, and she says that after, they sleep with you and everything, they'll find the love of their life.
Oh.
So every girl wants to sleep with him so that they can find the love of their life.
All right. All right, man, get out of here. RD42547. I'm going to say this. I am not going to say that the reason she doesn't want to see him again, or I don't know what the situation is, why she's not more excited or doesn't want, is because he wasn't that good in bed. Because I don't think that's what it was. I think he had a single friend. I mean, she didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day, and things worked out the way they worked out for him. And that's what she wanted. She probably planned on if she had a great night with him, dinner and whatever, they would go back to her place. If she didn't, she would go home alone. Turns out it worked out for him and her, apparently. So I guess I should say it both ways. So it just happens, man. You guys gotta, a lot of you guys just don't understand it because your egos can't handle it. She has an agenda. You were the recipient of her agenda, and it worked out for her the way she wanted it to, and your ego can't handle it because you weren't the guy that set it all up. What'd you send me here? Yo, Rome, you want to talk about power? Turn a girl down the first couple of times when they try to do the obsession and the drive and want they will have towards you is mind-blowing. They're not used to it. Guys are too weak to say no, but when you do, watch her attitude change and see the attention you get from her. Yeah, maybe. I don't think that's the norm, though. I think the norm is you turn a girl down, she goes and finds the next dude, or she's mad at you. She's mad at you, and you don't. She'll hold it against you. I think what you just said, I don't think is the norm. I think most women are not going to act like that, but I could be wrong. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Oh my God, Romeo. So the last time it had just been a while. It had been a long time, and I just went for it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot my shot. I rented the hotel room, got the drinks, I got everything, And once he got, because it happened before, but it was so quick I don't remember it. So I wanted to make sure I remembered it, right? Because it's been a while.
Okay.
And he was going to leave. He was going to go on a vacation. So I thought, you know what, this is my shot. And bonus points, he was 10 years younger. So why not, right?
Yeah.
So during everything, he started treating me like he bought me. He started treating me like he seriously bought me. And I thought, you know what? I'm the one that got this hotel room. I started telling him things like that. And he got mad. He started getting, oh, you sound so righteous and this and that. I'm like, oh, my God. And I said, you know what? You can leave.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He left, and he got so mad when he was putting on his clothes. He was so mad. And I thought, you know what? This is why, Diana, this is why I'm single. I have to be single because this is what happens. This is how I end up having some relations. But they get mad. They get mad. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now I'm just old enough to say, well, I'll see you. No, I won't see you later. Just get out.
Egos.
And he shut the door up, and I locked it, and that was that. I had a great night's sleep.
That's
had
hilarious.
a great story for my girlfriends the next day. We had a hoo and a holler about things and whatnot, about what he looked like, what he did. Oh, yeah, we ate him up. We ate him up. And the slightest little thing that he could have been is nice. And it would have worked out. But they're not nice.
Well, their egos can't handle it. That's the problem. Anyway.
No.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. I mean, that's the problem with these dudes. Their egos can't handle it. You don't realize what you're getting into has nothing to do with you. You didn't control it. It's not. It was her agenda, and she's getting what she wants, and your egos can't handle it, and that's exactly what happens. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Romeo, I gotta agree with you on this one.
Okay.
You know, some men are dumb as hell, and they think they're God's gift to women, when really they might have been just the Sancho or the hookup. And they don't know how to accept it. But nowadays, these women are bigger players than we are. They're good at keeping secrets and everything. But
well, first of all, women have always been. First of all, women have always been better at keeping secrets, not just today. And but I don't know. Maybe you're right about them being bigger players than men.
Bigger,
maybe.
But there's always red flags. You know, if you meet up at a hotel, it's just a one night stand. If she invites you to the house, it may be more than that.
All right.
So you just got to read it right, and he's a fool. He just needs to take it as a loss and move on.
All right, later. I don't know if it's a loss. I mean, can they still be friends afterwards? I'm sure she still wants to be friends afterwards. So yeah. Already 42547-7. I know a guy. It was funny. This happened a few years ago. We were all going to a concert down at when it was probably Centennial Gardens then, or Rabobank, whatever. So we all go for drinks at the bar at the hotel next door, right? And one of my buddies, some woman was in for business from out of town, right? And she was down at the bar. Took my boy back to her room. He missed the show. So women have an agenda. They know what they want. Luckily, he was smart enough to understand what he was getting himself into. He didn't fall in love or catch feelings. A lot of you guys don't understand what's going on. Hey, Romeo. So I've been seeing this guy at work, just friends. So he says, with all the late night texting, flirting, feeding me cherries off his ice cream, and we talk about our kids and family, he was there for me. He would hold me and tell me I'm beautiful. This has been going on for 2 years. Late night text, the whole shebang. I asked him I asked him with the old school note folded up origami thing if he wanted to be my Valentine. And he flipped out, stopped talking to me and everything, avoiding me, being all weird when I confronted him about it, said he was not sending any signals. That's just the way he is. What kind of BS? What do you think I should do or say at this point? I was like, I'm done with you playing with my feelings. Yeah, then you should move on. Wait, what? Were you both single at the time? Are you both single? Hold me top. Ooh, going on for 2 years. Text the whole thing. Yeah, it was been going on for 2 years. Were you both single? Are you both single? Is that what? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has a girl that you don't know about, and once that happened, he that's weird. I would say it's BS. I would say yeah. If what you're saying is accurate, I would say you need to tell him to go kick rocks. You need to ghost him. If he hadn't already done it to you, I think you need to move on. Yeah, stop whatever flirting was going on at work, and then go to HR. Hey, Rome, that guy wasn't trying to get with her. He was just trying to be her friend. Well, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a line, right, between playing with somebody's emotions and just being a work friend, as you put it. Yeah, I don't know. It's good though. I mean, if he was flirting with you for 2 years and then you took your shot and he said no, then he's probably got something else going on. He's probably lying to you about something. He's trying to boost his ego at work at your expense. It's probably what he was trying to do. Good morning, Romeo. Hey, I just wanted to say hi. Tell you that my Valentine's Day was a good day. Me and my husband went out, had a great time. I just thought I'd ask you, how was your Valentine's Day? Mine was good. Had a great meal, had some good wine. Yeah, it was great. And it was crowded, but not crowded. It was crowded, but not overcrowded. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, no, my Valentine's Day was great. Hopefully a lot of you guys had a good Valentine's Day. I really haven't, nobody's really said anything negative that's happened. So that's a positive. That's good. That sounds like most of you had a really nice time on Valentine's Day. It was a Saturday night. It was set up perfectly. There were some shows going around in Bakersfield, so that was all good. Alrighty, 42547. But thanks for asking. Yeah, I told you it's the first year I went out for Valentine's in about, I think, 20-something years in Bakersfield. But yeah, it was great. Hey, Rome, did you see the president said aliens are real? Oh, yeah, you're talking about Obama. I guess he came out on some podcast. But he also, I think he followed that up by saying aliens were, he said that they weren't, I think he backtracked, right? So maybe he's not lying. Maybe he's backtracking now. But he said he didn't have any proof as president that they were real and that they didn't have any at Area 51 or they're not holding them at Area 51. He also said that. So I don't know what to believe. You're probably, I don't know. But yes, he did say that. I did see that headline. So ex-President Barack Obama came out and said that aliens are real. Although I didn't read the story, I just read the headline. There was some things apparently that he said after that they're not being held at Area 51 and that there's no evidence from him being the president that proves they're real. So I don't know what that's all about. Rome, he's just talking about it to distract the people that he's in the Epstein files. I will say this. I did look at the list, and I don't really care about Epstein because I don't know much about it. I didn't follow it. I don't really, you guys probably care more about it, but I did see the list online and I looked at it. Everybody was in the Epstein file. You were probably in the Epstein file. So good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hi, good morning. I'm calling for the... Wait, is it the cue to call right now for the movie theme or the show?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Alrighty, 42547. I know we're giving out stuff. What are we giving out? I think we got Condors tickets to Condors. Is it Beat Cancer on Friday? I think they're having a Beat Cancer night on Friday, if I remember correctly. So we got Condors tickets. Oh, Fighting Cancer night. Yes, that we got tickets for that. So yeah, keep listening in movie passes. Just keep listening. Not right now though. Oh, this is a good conversation. Hey, Rome. So I was having a conversation the other day. Does a married woman have to ask permission to go places when it's without her husband? Ask permission is a very strong word or a very strong term to use. So do they have to ask permission? No. Do they have to have a conversation about it? Yeah, probably. I mean, just out of respect for your spouse. And when you say, does a married woman have to, does a husband have to? I mean, it goes both ways, right? If he's going to go to the strip club, does he have to have permission? If she's going to go to a singles bar with her friends, does she have to ask permission? Or do they have to have a conversation about it? Asking permission is kind of a strong term to use. So, no, of course, adults do not have to ask other adults for permission to do anything, married or not. Do you have conversations about it and have respect for your relationship? Sure. So, what else did you say here? And should married couples go together everywhere, or is it okay to go without the other? And we were talking about concerts or the beach. No. Vacations? No, I mean, it just depends. Where do you want to go without your spouse? That's the question. And I will tell you, in my experience of life, the couples who like to do things without each other, and they're so proud of themselves, of how secure they are in their relationship, that they go do single things, usually end up getting cheated on, usually end up getting divorced, usually end up having bad relationships. Why do you want to go to the beach without your spouse? Concerts? I mean, sure, if it's a concert that you're not necessarily into, and maybe it's something that you and your friends or her and her friends, then sure. But for the most part, no. Husbands and wives should do stuff together. They should go to the store together. They should do. Why in the hell are you with them then? If you're not going to do stuff with your spouse, why are you with them? If you want to hang out with your friends, don't get married. Just hang out with your friends. I mean, the stupidity in that logic is amazing to me. I'm going to get married. I'm going to settle down. And then I'm going to try as hard as I can to do other things without my spouse. Yeah, why would you do that? And like I said, I know a lot of you are going to go, well, no, that's because insecure people can't do. No, that's nothing to do with insecurity. Small portion of people are insecure, but nothing to do with insecurity. It has to do with respect and the fact that why are you with somebody if you're always trying to get away from them? That's just stupid. And like I said, I know a lot of couples that were so secure in their relationship that they were out sleeping with other people instead of being with their spouses. Because you know what? You put yourself in bad situations, bad things happen. And that's just fact. All right, 842-547-7. And on top of that, flip it the other way around. Can a husband go anywhere without asking permission? Can a husband go everywhere without his wife? I said he was having a conversation the other day. Does a married woman have to ask permission to go any place without her husband? And should married couples do everything together, or should they do separate stuff? Good morning, Hot. What's up?
I just heard a topic and I thought a little thing on it. There's sometimes like my wife should go to the beach with her friend, like they're friends having a bad time. My girl will take her to the beach for a little vacation, which is fine with me. Because when me and the guys were gonna go on a fishing trip, ain't going on that. So you want to go have your little beach trip with your friend? That's fine, because I'm going to have mine with my guys, and we're going offshore fishing.
All right. Sounds like a great relationship. Sounds like they're keeping score. That's the other thing that you guys don't get when it comes to like what he's a perfect example of. Go do what you want so I can go do what I want. What kind of healthy relationship are you really in? And you could say you are. Nobody's going to lie and say, no, I'm not, Rome. We're great. Yeah, while she's over getting Mai Tais and margaritas from some other dudes. What are you doing on a fishing trip? I know some guys that go on a fishing trip, and I know what they do. Fishing trip in Mexico every year. Yeah, they have a great time without their wives. Yeah. Hey, Rome, so I have a conversation the other day. Does a married woman have to ask permission to go places when it's without her husband? Well, does a husband have to ask permission? No. Asking permission is not what adults should do. They should have respect to have a conversation about it, though. And should married couples go together everywhere, or is it okay to go with? I think married couples should go together everywhere. You know? Well, and that's very simply because where do you want to go without them? It's never to church. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo, I am so glad that topic came up.
Okay.
Because that's the way we are. I've been with him for 10 years. It's not that we don't go anywhere without each other, but we don't go to the bars. We don't go to vacations without each other. We do a lot of things together. We both feel that way. Like, why am I going to be with you if I'm going to be out playing the single role type of deal?
Well, and you're right. And what these people that think that are listening that do this don't understand, why is it always you're doing single stuff without your spouse? You know?
Yeah, like I have a friend who was like, you know, what do you mean you're not going to go? You can't go to the bar without him? I go, it's not that I can't. It's not that I can't go to Las Vegas with all of the girls, but I don't want to.
Well, yeah.
Does he trust me? He does. Do I trust him? Yes. He goes to the pizza spot during football time occasionally with the guys because I don't feel like going to go watch that game.
Sure.
You know what I mean? When we have barbecues, you know, he's hanging out with the guys in the backyard and I'm chit-chatting with the girls in the front. It doesn't mean I don't trust him. It just means, like, why am I going to go out and do things without him?
And that's normal. That's what couples should do. So when people say that, well, why do this? Like, well, why? But nobody's saying, you know what? I want to just talk with my friend. So, but why do you have to have, I haven't seen my friend in so long. Why do you have to see your friend in a singles location? Why don't you guys come to the house? Why don't you do things why don't you go to dinner? Why does it always end up being a singles location that you go, well, that's where we ended up? Well, okay, that doesn't...
be like, oh, my boyfriend or my husband, you know, they went out with the friends, they came home at 2 a.m. That's a very inappropriate hour to come home when you're in a relationship.
Very disrespectful.
You know?
Very disrespectful.
I'm so glad. I was like, oh, someone agrees with me. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that agree with that, but I have people that I know that are like, so you're going to ask permission? I'm like, no, I don't got to ask permission, but I ain't going to Vegas with just nothing but girls without him. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, then why stay single? That's what I tell those people. Stay single then, because obviously you want to screw around on your husband in some form or fashion. You want to screw around on your husband. That's why you're going to Vegas, calling it a girls' trip.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, cool. Thanks for calling. Later.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't give a damn what any one of you say. If you need to plan a trip or plan events without your spouse, that always end up being in a location that's for singles or a singles situation. They always do. You're screwing around on your spouse and you're a cheater, okay? You could lie to me all you want, but you'd be wrong. And hey, Rome was having a conversation. He goes, do married women have to ask permission to go places without their husband? No, of course not. Adults should never have to ask permission from other adults. Should married couples go everywhere together? Yeah, they should. Why would you not want to take your spouse somewhere? Good morning, what's going on?
Hey, what up, Rome?
Hey, what up, man?
Hey, I'm on Bluetooth, so if it sounds crappy, my bad. But hey, ask that girl if she got a sister, man. Ask her if she got a sister.
She got a sister?
Ask her if she got a sister. I need a woman with that mindset. And for your friend that's telling you, oh, you know, why is that a problem? Stay away from her. She's miserable. She's single. She can't keep a man for a reason, Rome. Stay away from her. You know, that woman right there has got a good mindset. You know what? Her husband, whoever she's with, is very lucky, dude.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, brother.
Keep that a buck. If she has a sister, let me know.
Keep you apprised. Alrighty, 425-47-7. Hey, you Evan Chiefs fan. You got to love these couples in Bakersfield. Nothing but telenovela. Exactly. And I'm going to let you know right now, if you need a guy's night or a girl's night, you're getting screwed around on in some form or fashion. And if the girls are going or the guys are going to Vegas for a weekend trip, you're definitely getting screwed around on in some form or fashion. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you're too stupid to understand that, well, I guess you deserve what you get. Hey, Rome, Julio here. You already know me and my wife always together for 27 years. Oh, my God. Just don't get married. You want to do things with other people. Stupid people grow up already. That's what I'm saying, Julio. They don't if you want to be, nobody says you have to get married, okay? If you want to just hang out with your fellas and spend more time with your friends than your spouse, then don't get married. There's no reason for it. Nobody's making you get married. But Or maybe you guys are just married miserable people. Because, like, I know Julio and his wife, they have a great time all the time. Drinking, hanging out, going to events, eating. They're just always together having a great time. And it's not like when you go out, you just sit there with your spouse. You go out, you meet people, you have a good time, you enjoy social settings. But for some reason, you people in Bakersfield think that you need to get away from your spouse. If you need to get away from your spouse, you need to get out of your marriage. So I got this, what this guy sent me. He says, hey, Rome, I was having a conversation the other day. Does a married woman have to ask permission to go places without her husband? Of course not. Adults should never have to ask permissions from their spouse. They're adults. Have conversations. Have respect for each other. Asking permission, no. That's what kids do. And should married couples go everywhere together or go without each other? We're talking about concerts or the beach, things like that. No. Married couples should go everywhere. Well, everywhere is a little too far. But why would you? Where do you want to go without your spouse? And any place that you want to go without your spouse is probably not conducive to a good, respectful marriage. I'll tell you that much. All right, 842-547-7. So, yeah, no, why wouldn't you go everywhere with your spouse? Hey, Rome, is this only applicable for married people or boyfriends and girlfriends? Well, I will tell you this. How serious of a boyfriend or girlfriend are you? And how much respect do you have for a boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay? Now, the ultimate sign of commitment is marriage. So as long as you're still boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm going to give them a little leeway, him or her, because you haven't committed yet. And at a certain point, and if you're not at the point to get married yet, then what do you really care if they're doing stuff without you? Because you're not there yet. All right, 842-547-7. I want to do what Seahawk Lou did. Marry at the Shafter Court at 15 and be happily married after in Wasco. Okay. Seahawk Lou, go ahead. Anyway, the idea is you don't have to ask permission from your spouse to do anything. But you should have a conversation and be respectful to whatever your marriage is. The other part about going places without each other, that just is stupid to me. I don't understand. Well, then why did you get married? That's what I don't understand. What do you want to do? Every time couples say, oh, we do all kinds of stuff without each other. Yeah, because you guys are screwing around on each other. And it's just acceptable in your marriage because you both understand what's going on. But that's okay, too, if that's what you like. Oh, good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Romeo, Steeler Tyrone.
Hey, what's going on, Tyrone?
What's up, brother? Hey, look, it's not permission, it's courtesy.
Okay.
Because I don't, as an adult, I'm kind of like, why do I need permission? But to have a partner and to have a background where you kind of messed up, I think it's common courtesy that hey, babe, I'm about to go over here with such and such.
Well, and what if they say no?
If they say no, you got to deal with that situation when it comes to it. But, hey, seriously though, you got to deal with it when it comes to it. But if you've been messing up in the past and you know that one guy or that one girl you're about to go hang out with is the one that you got caught messing up with before in the past.
So it's semantics. It's the way you look at it. All right, Tyrone.
Yep.
All right, brother.
That's what it is, brother. Hey, good week.
RD42547. Yeah, it's a little questionable about asking permission versus courtesy, because what if you got some prior history of doing dirt with somebody? You might want to ask your spouse. Hey, Rome, having to ask permission is toxic. I think all things being equal, yes. If you're in a relationship where you have no history of doing dirt with somebody or going out drinking or whatever, right? You don't got priors, then I think asking permission is toxic. I agree with that. Already 42547. Yo, Rome. About this asking permission stuff, I don't think you need to ask permission due to the fact that you're not in prison. What do I think? What I do think you should do is inform your partner you're going to do something out of respect for that person, but to ask, hell no. What if they say no? Then what? Hey, Rome, I'm not sure asking permission is the correct term. It's not the correct term. You shouldn't have to ask for permission, but you should tell your spouse, hey, I'm going over here to pick something up, or hey, I'm going over here. Yeah, and that's what I first said. You're right. But what if you got some priors? Then do you have to ask permission, or do you just inform your spouse, hey, I'm doing this with so-and-so, and that so-and-so is the one that's gotten you caught up before? Then is it asking permission? Do you have to ask permission? I think it changes the parameters of the conversation a little bit.
This is Tank 4.1.
Yeah, what's going on?
I just talked about the trust issue. How come spouses can't trust each other? No one needs permission.
Nobody needs permission. What if they can't trust each other? What if they have some sort of history of shenanigans?
Then they should sit their butt on the porch and be good.
Okay. So you believe all you need is trust?
All you need is trust.
All you need is trust. Okay, that's a little naive, but okay. All right.
All right.
All right, later, man. I mean, is that all you need? Is all you need is trust? Because let's say your wife wants to go to Las Vegas with all of her single friends, and a couple of her exes are going to be there, and yeah, they're all going together, staying in the same hotel. All you need is trust? Is that right? Okay. All right. Or say your husband decides he's going to go to, go fishing at the Bunny Ranch, and his buddies decide, you know what, we're all single. Let's go have some drinks at the Bunny Ranch. You know what, let's go have some drinks at the strip club with the champagne room. Even though you're married, she trusts you. You'll be good. Okay? All you need is trust. RD4254 7-7. How many of you women have a good man that your friend would love to jump in bed with and take from you? You trust her? You trust him? Okay. All you need is trust. That's all you need. All you need is trust, man. As long as you got trust, you don't need anything else. Your relationship will be great. Hey, Rome, I believe if you have priors, you shouldn't ask for permission, but let your partner know where you are and answer all calls. Priors, but like I said, when you have priors, that changes the dynamic of your relationship, right? Maybe you do have to ask permission, because once you have priors, can't they say no? Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo. I just heard your trusting.
Yeah, what's up?
Just got in my car. I'm hearing that trusting. You know what? I was married 20 years, and I heard kind of a little bit of your morning show, but about the telling your spouse where you go or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to check in like a child. Like when I was married, I had to check in like a child. I couldn't go places. Yeah. I couldn't even go with my sister-in-law or my in-laws anywhere, or my own family.
That never works.
Yeah, it didn't last. Well, it lasted a long time. It lasted a little over 20 years.
Sure.
So now I'm in a relationship. This is my first actual relationship after being married so long, because my husband was my first actual real relationship. So now I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, you have no say in anything I do. Because you are my boyfriend, you're not my husband. You have no say in what I do. So I set my boundaries with him. Now the trust thing, he trusts me. I don't even trust my own self. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
When it comes to trust, we just live in a different world today than we did. I mean, you can't. Trusting somebody is just being naive at this point. I'm not saying you got to be a jerk. I'm not saying you got to be jealous. To trust somebody faithfully is just being naive in our society today.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, you can trust me all you want, but just don't show up.
Nice. Hey, thanks for calling. Like I said, you have to be naive to trust somebody blindly today. It's just too many options, too many things, too many too much out there. Can't do it. Hey, Rome, I'm going to just say it this way. When it comes to a man, women look at them like they should just get it. What I mean by that is that they should already know how to act like a man. We women shouldn't have to tell our men how to be men. They should already know. However, it's not the same on our side. A good amount of women really don't know how to act like women while being in a relationship. Usually it's a man telling us, don't do this, don't do that, don't wear this, don't wear that, etc. And if a man does tell us this, we women see it as controlling or manipulative, and that's not the case, because the men we are with most of the time, they know what's better for us at heart. Why is it that a man should just get it, but women have to be told, Romeo? Okay, that's got to be Paulina who wrote that, right? All right, 842-547-7. I'm trying to, yeah, that's Paulina. I don't think women have to be told what to wear or what to do, but it's that begs the question of who knows how to be in a relationship better without being taught, a man or a woman, right? Because we don't go to classes to be in a relationship. We're not taught. We learn from our friends, our family, our parents. That's who we learn from on how to be in a relationship. Who does it better, men or women, without being taught? I don't know. All right, 842-547-7. Paulina's great, man. It's Hot 94.1.